What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Redline podcast. And today we're here with...
Is that my cue?
That's your cue.
Suburban Delinquent.
So before we get into who you are and what you do, we have a reoccurring segment here called 5 Rapid Questions, which are 5 questions that you answer as fast as you can.
I crack under pressure.
Good. That's the whole point. Alright, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Best fast food place?
In and out.
What's worse, tailgating or brake checking?
Oh, man. Brake checking. Don't do that.
Loud or quiet exhaust?
Loud.
Never ride a motorcycle again or never eat in and out again?
Oh, yeah, I'll ditch in and out.
Always way too hot outside or always raining?
Well, I live in Southern California, man. It's sunny and
shit.
75 every day. I don't even know I don't even remember what rain feels like.
What are you talking about, rain? What concept is that?
Honestly, that's a weird question. I'm supposed to answer rapidly, but I've had a couple beers, so this is where it kicks in. My rambles. But, dude, I don't think it's rained in my area in months. It's got to be months. I'll have to check, but I bet it's only rained 3 or 4 times this whole year.
I guess I was basing it on myself because we haven't seen the sun in like months. It's been raining.
I feel bad for you. Where are you at?
I'm in Sweden.
So you have the same temperature. What is that? Just Europe, right?
Yeah, imagine it's kind of like the same temperature as like northern parts of Canada. Pretty much the same.
Sorry, I'm horrible with geography, but
that was the best I knew. It's like a northern part of it's cold.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. So you're done riding?
Yeah, I go out and ride whenever I can, but it's getting harder.
Come out to California, man. Seriously, I think it was. The beauty of living where I live. You don't even check the forecast. You just know. Every day is like 80 degrees and sunny.
Yeah, I watched through a lot of your videos now to get some questions, and I was like, damn, it's sunny.
I lived in Michigan for a long time. And Michigan's on the east, the Midwest. Not really. It's considered the Midwest, but I'd say it's northern middle part of the United States. And you only had like 4 months of riding.
Damn.
Yeah, it seemed like, okay, so starting in May, you were riding. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably ride early April or whatever, March, I guess, but you still had to look at the weather. And I used to commute to work every day, and you'd literally have to watch the weather the night before. And it was always like a 30%, 50% chance of rain. And it's really nice, but we pay for it here in Southern California. Everything's really, really expensive. Cost of living is ridiculous. But yeah, you never have to worry about it. It's like you just make plans because you know it's going to be fine.
What a blessing. Here it's every time you got to check. You never know. It might rain. It might even start snowing. You're like, got to be careful around these parts.
That sucks. So yeah, you probably have weather.com as a bookmark, right? And you probably look at the weather every day.
Yeah, I got to
look at the weather. What's it going to be like for the next 10 days, 5 days, 7 days?
Yeah, I gotta know.
Dude, yeah, that sucks. I feel bad for you, man. So when it does snow or it gets icy, do you use salt or coal or I don't know? How do they do it over there?
I think we use on a lot of like roads where you walk around and stuff. We just use gravel with a mixture of salt, I think. And they do that on the roads as well, but they got like a weird new thing. I don't know what it is, but there seems to be less gravel and stuff. So
it was always sketchy to ride. When I lived in Michigan, it was always pretty sketchy to ride after snow. Everybody'd be so excited to ride. It gets warm because in the winter, it's not every day. It's not just totally shitty. Every now and then you have this really nice day and everybody goes out and rides, but everybody forgets that there's just shit all over the roads, gravel and salt, and everybody wrecks.
If you want to take a corner, you gotta go in like slower than the speed limit and check for gravel in the corners. Then I go, okay, I can do this one. I'll come back later.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There's my long drunk rant, or my babbling about your rapid questioning of. How was that? That was like the slowest rapid question, or the slowest rapid answer ever.
It went really good until the last one, which spanned out for almost 9 minutes. But until then, you were doing really good. All right, let's get into the questions here then. The first one is, how long have you been doing YouTube, and what got you into it?
Okay, May 2014. That's when I believe I started the channel. And I started the channel I was just tired, man. I worked in regular jobs, corporate jobs. I was just tired of it. I worked in the motorcycle industry, believe it or not. And the motorcycle industry it's not a great place to seek employment. You know, the turnover is ridiculous. I thought I found jobs that I'd work forever at and retire from, you know, and you get all comfortable and then you get let go, and it's got nothing to do with you. It's got to do with just the climate of the industry. It's just I don't know how else to explain it other than saying you're not safe. No one retires in the motorcycle industry. I've done everything right. I'm a smart individual for the most part. You know, I've never been fired from a job. I've always just been let go, layoffs. So that happened a couple of times, and I had some really big jobs, and I just got tired of it. I didn't know what I was going to do. Motorcycles are the only thing that I know. I know the industry. I just understand everything motorcycles. So when getting let go from positions that I thought this was my lifelong position, I got scared. I didn't know what to do. I was like, well, I'm not going to go seek another job in this motorcycle industry because we already know the fate. It's looming. You get comfortable and then you get let go. I was kind of in a little limbo period of life. And, you know, I was going through a hard time. My father, he was sick. You know, he had cancer.
Damn.
You know, things were just really bad, you know, around the house for a lot of different reasons. And I wasn't feeling good about going to find another dead end job. I told the wife, I found Baker X Derek. You know, I had a friend. He exposed me to Baker X Derek and a couple other guys. Ryder was one of them. Definitely Vegas Ryder. Vegas Ryder was one of them. Baker X Derek was the other. Baron Von Grumble. And I started watching these guys, and I had no idea that this stuff even existed. At first, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. You mean these people just ride around on their motorcycles with cameras and talk to themselves? And I thought it was like absolutely stupid. So I dismissed it, you know, but a few months later, I circled back, watched some more, kind of fell in love with Baron Von Grumble's videos, Derek's videos. They became my heroes, you know, in a way. And I was like, I think I could do this. So that Christmas that year, what do you want this year? I said, just give me a GoPro. I think we were doing Hero 3s at the time. I go, give me a Hero 3 Black, this microphone adapter, and that's all I want. And some freedom, you know, some freedom to create and try something stupid. And she's like, she couldn't believe that that's what I wanted to do. But, you know, she went with it. She's cool. And that's how it started. It really started from Baker X Derek, Baron Von Grumple, and Vegas Ryder.
Damn. That's a really impressive story, man.
The crazy part was I started this and I thought it would be really easy. You know, I've been riding forever. I'm really good at it. You know, I know things. I'm really good at marketing and social media. So I figured it'd all come together, but really it was the hardest thing I ever did. Try to start and get this channel off the ground. It took me so long, but I was patient. I kept at it. I was very consistent. I never stopped, never gave up. I knew that if I did it right, I made the right decisions, I could do this for a living. All my friends, so many of my friends who have nothing to do with the motorcycle industry, which are many, they're like, you want to do what? And I said, just give me the opportunity. It took me about a year before I finally hit like 25 subscribers. But I kept at it. I never stopped. I'm telling you, I never stopped. And eventually it paid off.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like way back when I, like around maybe 2016 and stuff like that, when I watched a lot of motovlogs, I remember that you were popping off, so to say. I remember watching your videos. I did not know that you had been doing it for that long, though. So it's really impressive to keep at it, because it did pay off, as you said.
You have to keep at it. You know, if you look at anyone that's ever been successful at anything, ever, there's been sacrifice. People live in their cars. I was living off credit cards forever trying to get this thing going. I cashed in my 401k. My wife wanted to divorce me. It was absolutely ridiculous. And everybody in my family and close circles were like, you're sacrificing so much to ride around and talk to yourself on a motorcycle. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And a lot of people didn't believe in me. And I didn't listen to anybody. I just went with it. And 2016 was my year. The end of 2015, early 2016, that was it, man. That was the heyday of the channel. I finally found my way. I found the formula. That was it, man. That was it. And unfortunately, things aren't like 2016 anymore. I think most of the vloggers you talk to anymore, especially if they've been around for a little while, we're all facing a lot of challenges. I'm not one to give up. I'll keep at it. I'll keep at it until there's 6 people watching these videos, and then I'll probably stop.
Yeah, that's very impressive, man. And you also made a very good name for yourself, because when I've been researching some motovloggers and stuff like that, a lot of people actually, like on Reddit and stuff, you check out motovloggers, a lot of people actually respect your channel very much. So it has clearly paid off.
I've kept it pretty honest. I try not to clickbait. There's so many channels that are around today and that have come and gone that they can't come up with ideas, or they're lazy and they'll discourage anybody. But you have to put the work in, and you can't just grab a camera and wait around for a car to do something wrong and then go yell at them and expect to have a lasting channel. You just can't. People get tired of it. Nobody wants to be yelled at. Nobody wants to watch people getting yelled at. Nobody wants to see a bunch of drama. If you keep it honest, you keep it fun, friendly, and you're showcasing an adventure every week, every few days, or whatever, when you upload, that's what's going to captivate people. That's when you're going to make friends. That's when people are going to subscribe and feel good about it. But if you're around just chasing cars for not using their turn signal, or not getting out of your way, or waiting for somebody to, it's so silly. It's people are only watching you because they think someone's going to shoot you, or you're going to get killed, or they're waiting for the drama. But you're not really creating a fan base. People don't care about you. And I've tried to create this channel, and I've tried to create a fan base. I've tried to do it the honest way, and it was the long way, and I'm very proud of that. I could go out and ride as crazy as anyone could, smash as many mirrors as I wanted, film it, yell at people for doing dumbass shit. But what good is that? You lose your audience because now people think you're just a dick, and you're creating so much turmoil for these cars that you're running after. They're not going to yield for the next motorcyclist that comes around. They're going to be scared of you. They're going to be angry with you if you're not giving them the opportunity to make mistakes. Because all these videos that I watched today of people running around yelling at cars, I guarantee you, when that camera is off, they're making the same mistakes, if not more. They're not using their signals. They're speeding. They're doing dumb shit. So what gives them the right to go around and scream at cars for doing the same thing? They're just doing whatever they can to get the views. And that's really sad. And I think ultimately that's the downfall of what motovlogging is today. And that's why maybe YouTube doesn't want to recommend our channels so much anymore, because anything with the title motovlog in it, it's usually got to do shock value, shock content, people screaming at people waiting for opportunities to yell at somebody, or discipline them while on camera, turn in little cops or whatever they might be. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's actually so true, because I've been thinking about that a lot too. Usually now when you mention motovlogs, the only thing people know are like those compilation videos of road rage and stuff, and they're like, oh, it's the road rage videos. Like, no, that's a little part. But that's like the only thing people know these days, because it's very quick. You can just watch them quickly, but it's as you say, they don't really get an audience out of it. It's just a shock value, and you kind of ride that like 15 seconds fame, and then that's over.
Yeah, I don't know what anybody's really getting out of that. And if you watch any of those earlier channels that did it, none of them are around today.
All right. That was a very good answer, man. Damn. Let's switch into something a little bit more lighthearted here, because sure. I got curious about this. You asked your friend if they had a burrito, and then you asked them if they had a California burrito. What is the difference between a burrito and a California burrito?
All right. Sweden. Do you guys have burritos in Sweden?
if you want one, you gotta like make one your own by yourself. Maybe like some places have it, but it's a
So like
rarity.
no Mexican restaurants are in Sweden.
Yeah, we have some, but like we have such a weird like culture around like burritos and stuff. But you can't get them. I've been ordering burritos sometimes, but it's not like you won't find like there's no like fast food place and stuff like that. It's
So there's
usually
no Taco Bell.
no. I think we have a super weird one called like I remember we have one which is mostly just famous for not being very good. We have Taco Bar. That's the one we have.
Taco Bar. I need to look this up. Taco Bar.
That's like the one we have, and as far as I know, it has a very bad reputation.
And they're all in Stockholm. Is that where you're at? Stockholm?
Yeah, I'm in Stockholm. So yeah, that's like the one we have. That's like a chain. But other than that, you just ask someone, and they're like, "Oh, it's this really good one. If you go over here, you walk over here, and you're like, what is it called?" They're like, "It has no name." It's you're like, okay.
Oh my God. Okay, I have to learn more about this place. Just give me one.
You have to learn more about the Taco Bar.
And let me just take a look at this, man. Okay, your tacos look legit.
Yeah, I mean, they look really.
You got
good,
some
but
enchiladas. I'm looking at them. They're done right. You got the sour cream spread across. Okay, looks like you got the guac. You're good. Quesadillas. You got nachos with some round chips. Your chips are a little weird.
Yeah, because one thing we have in Sweden, which is, as far as I know, not common at all, is that when we eat like tacos and burritos and stuff, we usually have, mostly we eat tacos, but we usually have that you buy everything home.
Yeah.
And you cook up a big pot of like meat, you do everything, blah blah blah, and then when people come to eat, they like assemble their own taco right there at the table, and then you eat it.
Yeah, that's how you do it at home. Like my wife
okay.
last night, she made tacos, burritos, and that's how we did it. So that's
All right.
you're not
Good.
far off there, but
That's good. That's good.
but they're never, for whatever reason, they're never going to be good unless you find like this super authentic, hole in the wall, just taco joint, where they don't even speak English. They're just, you just pay. It doesn't even matter. You just pay.
It's the best.
You're just pointing. Yeah, this. And that. Okay, California burrito. A regular burrito is carne asada is essentially just steak that's seasoned, and there's a lot of different variations. Meat, cheese, sometimes rice, sometimes salsa, pico de gallo, sometimes guac, sometimes. It's a California burrito amazing, and what makes a California burrito a California burrito. Do you have a McDonald's in the area?
Where I live?
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of McDonald's, but I live like I don't live in the city. I'm just outside it, so to say.
Do you have a restaurant in your area that makes thin French fries?
Yeah.
Okay. So next time you are gonna prepare burritos, at your house.
Yeah.
Go down the street. Go down to your local fast food restaurant or wherever it might be, and then order up some French fries, but some extra crispy but not burnt, and then put them in the burrito along with steak or carne asada, sour cream, cheese, pico de gallo, which is chunky salsa essentially. I think you're on your way to a good California burrito. Right?
That does sound pretty good. I gotta try that. Maybe that would be my lunch tomorrow, because that sounded pretty goddamn good from just that description.
It's amazing. I mean, that's something that we chase on my channel on the monthly, man. It's very important.
It's what you live for.
It's what we live for. Yeah.
And actually, keeping on that subject, because I saw a video you made where you went to Mexico to get tacos, but I don't know if you cut it out, but did you not manage to find any? Because it looked like you went in, looked for tacos, and then went back without your tacos.
Yeah, that was a big video. And I do want to go back and do this video because we did not get tacos in Mexico. And I'm pretty sure you can buy a taco every 10 feet in Tijuana, Mexico, which is where we went. The thing of it was, we went over there. I tricked my friends into going. It was very real, and they were very pissed off.
God damn it.
My friend Klaus didn't have registration or insurance for his bike. I mean, he could have lost his bike, and
Ooh.
he was all mad, and he just wanted to get back, and it was all sketchy. And we rode around. We got super lost in Tijuana, which is easy to do apparently. We did not get tacos. You saw the video, so yeah. I mean, I didn't cut it out. Klaus was not a fan of what was happening. He just wanted to leave. We were running into sketchy people left and right. Tijuana is a dangerous, dangerous city to be over there with, some nice bikes, and lost. And everybody kind of knew we were lost. And it was funny, we went on, I think it was a Sunday morning, because I knew not to go, on a Saturday afternoon or a Saturday night. Just like, it's just not a good place to be. So I figured that the time and day that we went was the best day, but my friends weren't happy with me at all. So no, we had to turn around. My one friend ended up getting detained. So he had to meet up with us later. We kind of did just leave him in Mexico, but we waited in San Diego, which is the next city, the first city in California. We waited for him at Hodad's or in San Diego, at that restaurant, but he almost didn't make it through. But his bike was legit. Klaus's bike, his bike was questionable for some reason. The guy let him through finally, thank God. I think he realized we're just a bunch of dumb idiots and let us through. But I haven't been back. And no, we did not get tacos that day. And I do want to go back.
Just for the tacos.
It's been like 4 years since I went. I should definitely go. There's no excuse. In fact, you've just inspired me. The second this COVID nonsense is over, Tijuana, I'm going to get some tacos.
That does sound good. I'm glad I could fuel your taco needs.
I'll tell you what, Tijuana street tacos are the best you can get too. No bullshit. I mean, they invented tacos, right? Tacos were invented in Mexico, so
it's pretty obvious they have the best. So one thing I'm actually curious about is you had that same jacket for a long time. Is it the same one, or have you replaced it along the way?
You're talking about the leather one that says Icon Moto in red?
Yeah, because it's kind of like the jacket. It's your jacket. No one else could get that.
And I really appreciate that. Yeah, that jacket is super rare. I got that jacket back in 2007 or 8. Got it brand new from Icon. Yeah, I love it. I still have it. I didn't realize how special it was until people started asking me, about the jacket. People ask me all the time, how do I get the jacket? How do I get the jacket? You can't get it. You just can't get that jacket. I think they only made it for a year, maybe 2, and that was it. To this day, I think I've only seen 1 or 2 other people with that jacket in my daily riding around. And there's a lot of motorcyclists in California where I live. So you don't see them. They're very, very rare. And it is very, very the same jacket that I got back in 2007 or 8.
Damn. I mean, it's so rare that I thought that you had customized the jacket or something, that you had made something that you had made it. I was like, has he made it himself? I can't find it anywhere.
I put a Suburban Delinquent patch on the shoulder, but other than that, no, that's just the way it is. And the older it gets and the more beat up it gets, the cooler it is.
Yeah, it looks really cool. That's why I was like, where is it from? I'm glad to hear that I can't get it.
You can't get it. You can look on eBay every now and then, and I've seen them on eBay, but they're hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's not if you can find one, buy it. If you can find one on the cheap, buy it. Because for some reason, everybody wants that jacket and it's worth money. I could probably legitimately sell it for $500, $600, $700 US.
Oof, damn.
I did see that jacket in a movie once.
What?
It was I think it was a Quentin Tarantino movie. It was the internet's gonna fry me for getting this wrong, but Grindhouse. I think it was in Grindhouse, which is like a really violent movie. And this chick with she had a peg leg, but her peg leg was a machine gun instead of a wooden post. She was wearing the jacket, killing a bunch of dudes, and that was the only time. Yeah, that jacket was featured in that movie.
Talking about the jacket as well, if I'm not mistaken, you've also been riding that bike for a really long time as well, right?
I have.
How long have you been riding it?
I got it new from Suzuki, 2008.
Have you been doing a lot of like mods and switches and stuff? Because I heard in one video you said that if the engine stops working, you'll just switch out the entire engine.
So that bike came stock from Suzuki. It looked completely different. And I ended up crashing it really hard. And I totaled it. I basically destroyed everything on that bike. I didn't want to make the claim through insurance. I didn't want to make the claim. So I was like, I love this bike. I had already had it for a little while. I had it. I just loved it. I just knew that this was the bike. So I fixed it. But instead of putting OEM parts all over it, I put everything awesome on it. I put the best wheels on it. I put the best mods on it. I just did everything I could to make it my dream bike, and that's exactly what I did. And if you look at the bike now, I don't think there's anything on that bike that's not mildly fucked up. It's all kind of destroyed. But you got to remember, that bike is what? So it's a 2008 model. It's what, 2000? So 12 years. I've had that bike for 12 years. It's almost got 80,000 miles on it. It's the best times of my life I've spent on that bike. It's never put me in a situation that it couldn't get me out of safely. I have a big relationship with that bike. I will not get a new bike. I will ride that bike until it's just not rideable anymore. If the bike blows up, I'll fix it. It doesn't matter. I will pour tons of money into that bike to keep it going. I love it.
And it's not like you're taking it easy with it just to make sure that it survives. You ride that bike,
You're
man.
right. No, I beat the shit out of that bike every time I ride it. I've never, ever taken it lightly on that thing. And I've never had any problems with that bike. That bike it's a solid bike. And like I said, it's never put me in a situation it couldn't get me out of. And for that reason and that reason alone, I'll have that bike forever. I could go buy a new bike tomorrow if I wanted to, but I won't. Look at all the bikes that I ride with. I ride with so many people that ride brand new bikes. I'm having more fun on my bike than they'll ever have on their bike.
What I also like about your bike, if you search it up, it's like you have those flames on it,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone I see who has it is like, they're like, yeah, that was pretty much my dream bike. A lot of people are like, I wanted my bike to look like that, and it's just such a, I don't know, it's like an iconic look to it.
A lot of little kids love the bike because
I can imagine.
they think it looks like the Hot Wheels bike. They have Hot Wheels cars. It looks like the Hot Wheels, like the logo for Hot Wheels.
Oh,
So the kids all trip out on it. But that wasn't when I came up with that paint job. That's not what I was going for. I told the painter I had it painted from a dude out in Pennsylvania, which is Midwest, and again, I'm on the West Coast. I just said, I like stars, I like flames. Figure it out, because you got to remember, I totaled the bike, I wrecked it, and I couldn't send the guy my gas tank, so the tank was still blue. So I needed everything to still match up to Suzuki blue, and I said I need it to be Suzuki blue, and I need it to be white, because there was some body work that fit underneath the seat that was white, and that came stock, and I didn't send that to him. So I just sent him all my my body work, Hot Body's body work, and I said flames, stars, Suzuki blue with white, and that's what it came back with. Yeah, that bike tells a story. And if you watch day one of my YouTube, if you watch the very first video on my YouTube channel, that bike was in perfect condition. And I've documented that bike's journey, the rough part of that journey anyway. Because in 2014, before I started that channel, that bike was in perfect shape. And I've destroyed it over the years. But I've had the best times on that bike ever. And I've shared the experiences. Every time that bike has fallen over, I think I've been recording. I've done some ridiculous shit with that bike. And I've shared it with all of you guys. And I'm proud of that. And I don't want to erase it. I don't want it to look new again. I want it to continue to tell the same story.
Yeah, I imagine if if someone has been watching you like from the beginning, like the OGs, that's gotta be really cool. Cause I just checked in quickly now, as you said, your first video that you have available. You're on that bike. It doesn't have the stickers on the windscreen yet. And you're driving with a pizza. How have I not seen this? This looks
Yeah,
like a great video.
that was like my 4th video ever.
It was.
I think so.
Damn, I gotta watch that later.
And you can listen to me talk. You know, now when I make the videos, I talk with such confidence and arrogance, you know, but if you go back, dude, I didn't know what I was doing. I was scared to death. I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know what I was saying. I was talking to I was talking to 3 people for one, and I was scared to death to do it. Now I'm talking to tens of thousands of people. I don't know. I'm much more comfortable. Yeah, the early videos, they're precious to me. Just like that bike. Me and that bike and I, we've been through a journey. And that journey continues for sure.
So also talking about, you said the bike has stories to tell, but do you have stories to tell? Some that are funny or maybe weird or maybe stupid, and they don't have to be motorcycle related, but just in general, do you have a fun / weird / stupid story to share?
I'll tell you a story about the bike. One time I got all excited and motivated, and a friend bet me, and this is way before my channel. I didn't have a YouTube channel at this point. That I couldn't ride my motorcycle from Mexico to Canada and do it in a day. It comes out to, I know you're all kilometers over there. It was about 1,400 miles, 1,400 miles from Mexico to Canada.
Any specific place in Canada?
Just to the border, from one
Just
border
to
to
the
the other. Start out in Mexico and don't stop till you make it past the border in Canada. And that goal was to do it in 24 hours or less.
Damn.
And I took that challenge and I did it.
I
took that very bike.
Yeah.
I rode that son of a bitch from Mexico all the way to Canada, and I did it in 23 and a half hours. I stopped 10 times for fuel, rode like hell, didn't get pulled over, no breakdowns, no nonsense. Didn't stop till I hit the border of Canada.
Damn.
And then I got into Canada and I turned around and rode home.
I don't have to be here. I just checked a little quickly the distance, and the recommended distance is, it takes 22 hours and 55 minutes. Like
from Tijuana to Canada?
Yeah, exactly. And that's like if you ride non-stop. So that's impressive.
Yeah,
man.
I rode non-stop. I never stopped. Only for fuel, 10 times.
Damn. How?
Every gas station, I took a piss, drank a Red Bull, and ate a granola bar.
That's all I need. Now I'm ready to go.
Would I ever do it again? No, never. That was the worst thing I've ever done.
But you did it. What was the bet? Just a random bet?
just to see if we could do it, man. See if it was possible.
And that's how sporty is that bike? Like, is that a very sporty? Like,
it's the worst bike you can ride. Yeah, it's horrible.
Because I imagine that your back must have been killing you.
The biggest trick was, okay, so I've been riding for many years. And I love adventure touring on sport bikes. It was something that I've always just been into. It's always been kind of a hobby. So I knew I could do it. I already knew what I would experience, what part of your body will break down. You have to have the right stuff. So you got to take aspirin, right? Aspirin's important because it thins your blood. It makes your circulation better, right? So you're not moving and you're all in a cramped up, motorcycle sport bike position. You want the blood thin so it can run through your system fast and easily. That's a big help. And then the seat. Try to get a really good gel type seat. If you can keep the pressure off your tailbone, that's also another big win. And then don't hold on to the bars too tight. That'll ruin you fast. And then you learn real quick that the faster you go isn't the fastest way to the goal, because you use more fuel and it creates fatigue, because even if you're on a sport bike and the wind kind of forms a bubble around you, it still hits you and it's bouncing your head around a little bit. So you try to keep an average speed of like 70 miles an hour or so, and it's doable, but you have to stop for gas every every 160 miles. And before I did that trip, I went out and I filled up my gas tank, and then I rode the bike until it ran out of gas on the freeway. So I knew exactly how far I could go. And on that bike, the way it's geared and the way everything was, especially back then, it was 160 miles. If I did 161 miles, I was on the side of the freeway. So I called ahead to all the gas stations, every gas station that I was, that was right around between, I was right around 150 to 160 miles. That's where I would stop. And I made sure that they were open. And I planned my gas stops around them. I even asked them how busy they were and if they had any pumps that were out of order before I left. Last thing you want to do is, you're a mile away from running out of fuel, and you get up to a gas station that's closed, or is having pump issues, or there's a crazy line in front of. So yeah, you have to do your due diligence, and logistics was something that I was kind of interested in. So I wanted to see if I could do it, and I did. I made it.
I like how you went like almost, what was it, like 1,500 miles or something like that. And when I did a trip that's 125 miles, it only takes 2 hours. I took a 30-minute like break because I was like, this isn't working. This is so rough.
Yeah, I'm very dedicated to whatever it is that I want to do. Head down and go for it, man. Don't stop till you complete. And that's the way I've always lived my life. You have to. You have to. Everybody wants to give up. Everybody wants to take the easy way out, but nobody wants to sit down and really focus and complete the job until it's finished. You gotta stick with it until the task is complete. And a lot of people don't want to do it these days. And that's, again, this goes back to a lot of the motovloggers. They want to take the easy way out and yell at cars and try to get views and sell a couple t-shirts, and then they wonder why their channel has failed. It's because they're not dedicated. They haven't put the time or effort in to see it through.
A thing I usually say a lot of times is I'm a very small channel, but I usually say to a lot of people that, like, I think that almost anyone can make it as long as like they put in the work, because people want to like make videos for like a month or maybe 2 months, and then like, why haven't I blown up yet? And you're like, oh well, it's probably gonna take some years, and people just quit because they don't want to put in all that work.
It's a lot of work. I mean,
yeah.
Everybody wants the job. Everybody wants the whatever. Everybody wants the fame or whatever this is. I don't even care about any of that. It's the job for me. I love what I do, and I want to continue to love what I do. But people from the outside from the outside look in and say, "Oh, I'm going to do what he does." It's not that hard. It is hard. Nobody gets it. It's a lot harder than just riding around with your friends, grabbing food, and uploading a video. There's a lot to it. There's so much to it. And I love it when people reach out to me and they're like, hey, any advice? And I try to motivate them as much as possible, but I try to be real with them, and I let them know. I say, don't give up. It's gonna suck. You're gonna be into this for a year, 2 years, and you're not gonna have anyone even watching your videos, and you're gonna put all this time and effort, blood and sweat and money into this, and you're gonna feel like giving up. But don't. Keep at it. There's good things that'll come to you. You just gotta sacrifice. Every rock star, every band that we watch on MTV, or every band that we listen to on the radio, or every YouTube channel even, there's sacrifice. Look at them all. They've all had a horror story of a time before they finally made it. And I'm not saying I made it. I'm still a long ways from it, but I'm getting by, and I put in my dues, and I'm still putting in my dues. And that's kind of what, that's my message to the people, 1,000 subscribers or 100,000 or 1,000,000 subscribers. You got to put in the work, man. Start a channel and then start reaching out to everybody asking for shout outs. It doesn't work that way.
That's very motivational, man. I had a question that was shaped in that way, but I think you answered it very well there without even me asking it. One step ahead.
It's funny. I'm usually pretty goofy and ridiculous, but you brought out kind of the serious side of me. I think what it comes down to is because this isn't a live interview, I'm not, I'm not reading comments and, messing with the audience. So this is actually, I'm into this. This is fun.
Oh, I like it a lot, man. I think you're saying very, very good things, man. I think a lot of people actually don't realize what you're saying when you make videos. I think most people, not obviously not your fan base because they know you better, but I think a lot of people that stumble upon the videos think like, oh, he goes out recording and then he goes home and he uploads it. Whoa, that gotta be so easy, so fast. Look at him go. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of sacrifice. Just as you said, just the beginning for you was very rough. You took a huge leap of faith, and it paid off.
Barely. But I'm in it. I'm in it.
Yeah.
You live in the bed that you make, right? So I'm at the point of no return. I could quit and go find a better job, but maybe not a better job. I can't even believe I just said that. I have the best job in the world, to be honest, but a better paying job. But then what? Then I'm sacrificing my happiness. I have a daughter. I get to work from home. I get to see her every day. I get to teach her. I get to watch her grow up every single day. That's another reason to keep it going because I get to do that. These things that are really important to me that nobody else gets to do. Everybody else wakes up in the morning, goes to work, doesn't come home till later. And what do? They have no memories from at home. They just have memories from staring at a computer, dealing with their bosses and supervisors or their tasks at hand. They miss their family. They don't get to see so much.
If you're not doing what you love doing, I mean, feels like just as you said, like you don't get a redo. So do what you like doing.
Well said, sir.
Thank you. You're not the only one being wise here. A little bit of a random question, but it's just because I found it and I don't know how far it dates back because I couldn't find the origin. What's the story behind Bob?
Bob.
Bob.
Okay, Bob. Old Bob. So there's this store. It's the Tribuco General Store. It's this little country store. It's, I don't know, probably about 5 miles from me. And I'd go by it all the time. It's a great spot to just stop, take a break. You figure you're out riding it, before you come home, it's a good place to stop, grab a beer, grab whatever. I've just been going there, man, ever since I started riding and lived in Orange County, California. That was always kind of a small little hangout for me. You know what? I don't know. I can't even remember the first time I came across Bob. I just think in a video, I probably went in there with the camera rolling and this dude said, "You're Bob." I don't know.
And then he was Bob.
Bob, that was it. And I love Bob. I started an Instagram for him. People from all over the world will go and see Bob and leave me notes and messages and stickers and gifts. And it's just become this weird little thing. It's really surprising to me to see how many people know and love Bob.
It's good to see Bob get some appreciation.
He does. He gets a lot of people go. I'm telling you, dude, it's bizarre to think of all the people from all over the world that want to come and meet Bob.
Bob. I want to meet Bob now.
Come on out. Bob probably has a couple stickers in his pocket for you.
I can put my stickers there as well.
It's become a real fun thing. People send, I have a PO box and people send me, stuff to the PO box, letters and stuff. But that's kind of, it's not as intimate, right? So when I go and see Bob, which is usually once or every other week, he's holding something from somebody. Someone gave Bob something to give me usually. And it's usually like a really good note, or I don't know, man. It's a piece of the person, I guess. Bob's special. And he's become this little trader guy, this little in-between dude. Like, it's like my mail. I get more stuff from Bob than I do from my PO box, believe it or not. In fact, people send stuff to that store, to the Tribuco General Store.
Oh.
And yeah, I go there and I even get fan mail written from people from other countries and stuff.
Damn.
It's amazing what Bob turned into.
Bob has a lot of power.
He's kind of an asshole, but you know, he won't talk back to you though. That's kind of nice. But he doesn't even look at you though when you talk to him. That's frustrating.
So that's actually all the questions that I was planning to ask. But you have seen the question. Do you want me to ask any other one of those?
No, you can. I'm an open book. This was a lot of fun. You can ask away,
Yeah.
ask whatever you want. I appreciate you taking the time to even want to talk to me. This is fun.
I think it's always awesome to talk to people, and it's been. I mean, I've been watching. I don't know if you know this, but I've been watching you for a long time. Before I even started, I watched a lot of motovloggers and stuff, and I remember your name popping up all the time, man. So it's been awesome talking to you.
Oh man, that means a lot, dude. It does mean a lot.
And also, if you have any questions you want to ask yourself, you can do that. Or if you want to ask me any questions, you can also do that.
Let's talk about you. How long have you been making videos? You've got a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I started seriously a year ago.
Congratulations. And
Thank you.
since you've been at it, what are some of the hardships that you've come across? What's a struggle for you?
The thing that has been the biggest struggle for me is that I am studying right now. I'm in university, and like doing university and uploading videos, it's a little bit of a. Sometimes you just wanna make videos, and you're like, oh, I gotta make more videos. It's so fun making videos, but sometimes you really get into like studying and stuff like that, and it gets hard to come up with ideas for videos, and you feel like you want to do a break, but you don't want to do a break, and you just keep stressing yourself out, and you keep putting like higher and higher expectations on yourself. So that has been like mostly my hardships around it, but it's so much fun. So
As long as it's fun, it's important to set goals, right?
yeah,
And as long as you're setting goals and you're able to complete those goals and you're not just setting yourself up for a failure, keep doing what you're doing, man.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
don't set yourself up for failure.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
doing it as long as you're able to do it.
I recently, I think a couple of days ago, I just reached 10K on my channel, which was, I try not to get like wrapped up, people who just look at numbers all the time, but it's a satisfying thing when you've been doing it for a while to like
No,
know that people like it.
10,000, that's a big number. I remember when I hit 10,000. That was going out tonight. We're going to the bars. This is a big deal. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, man. It's a little shame that it happened during the whole Corona thing, because I can't really go out and celebrate it the way I would want to, but we
I
make
thought
do
Sweden
here.
was pretty much wide open.
Yeah, we were until very recently, where we got a lot more limitations because of all the critique we were getting for being so lenient.
Dude, so here in California, the other day they just put a big old lockdown on us again. They moved our state to
Oh.
purple, which is the worst tier, right? It's gonna close down again. But then like last week, for our mayor, whatever, LA mayor, he's caught at a party at some restaurant. Like,
They were like, what?
Our country's so screwed up. This damn election, all is, I don't even know what. You know what? That's a good question. So let's be honest here.
All right.
All the shit that's happening in the United States today, how ridiculous do you think our country is?
Oh.
I kind of loaded the question with that, but answer it.
Well, not as ridiculous as maybe some other people, but looking in through the window we have, you guys looks kind of goofy over there.
Oh,
I'm not gonna,
it's
I'm
like
not
a
gonna lie.
TV drama, like a reality
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
like the whole election stuff. That's like not the way we do politics here at all. So everyone in Sweden is like, "What the hell is going on over there?"
It's been like 2 weeks. We still don't even know who our president's going to be.
Yeah, it's like people are screaming, and then we were like, "Okay, who's gonna win?" And they're like, "Well, it's not the majority. We have this system." And we're like, "What the hell's going on? I'm so confused."
Yeah, it's all silly.
But also one thing that's kind of like a lot of Swedish, maybe not specifically Swedish people, but a lot of stuff you hear from people in Europe when they write about it is a lot of people think that Americans are like like what we see from politics, that Americans are, well, they're like, oh, Americans, they're so stupid, can you believe they believe this, blah blah blah. And it's like, well, I mean, maybe some of them are like that, but
No,
most
we think the same thing.
Yeah, because
We
that's
think
what
we're
I mean.
stupid too, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Most people I talk to that's from like the States and stuff, they're like, oh, don't worry, we know it's ridiculous. At least you guys don't live here.
No, it's so silly. I don't even know. There's no explanation. There's nothing we can say. I mean,
It's a good reality show.
we can't even watch the news. We don't even know what's real anymore. But you know what's real? Meeting up with my best friends once a week, riding around on our motorcycles, and getting California burritos.
California burritos. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna meet up with my friends and I'm gonna make my own California burrito and I'm gonna live the life.
You got to get sour cream. You got to get sharp cheddar cheese, the carne asada. Yeah, season it right. You got to get the crispy French fries, not burnt, sour cream, sharp cheddar, pico de gallo, maybe even a little bit of guac. Oversized flour tortilla. Stuff that bitch. Stuff it.
It sounds so good, but I want to do it now, but it's almost 3 a.m. I'm way ahead. I mean, I'm technically in the future right now. It's Thursday here.
Thursday?
Anything you want to know about the future?
Yeah. How's my video doing? My dirt bike video.
Oh man,
I released
they
dirt
took it
bike
down.
videos on Thursday morning.
They took it down.
Darn it.
Not again. All right, man. It's time for me to hit the bed. And it's time for you to get a California burrito. So
I'm probably gonna get one. We talked so much about California burritos that I might have to go